Hi, my name is Alex and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Almost 4 days ago now, I posted a few options on my YouTube asking what topic you would like me to discuss next. Almost 41% of people voted that I should talk about my days on Grindr. So that is what I will be talking about today. If you want to influence my YouTube content, please keep an eye on posts like that because I will be asking you guys for your options and your views going forward to make sure that what I'm talking about are things that are of interest to somebody at least. So keep an eye and keep voting. Let's go to today's topic, my Grindr days. If you guys don't know what Grindr is a gay dating hookup app filled with not out straight people, curious straight guys, and a few openly gay people. Most people on that app are so desperate and deprived that they've lost all sense of civilization. Most of them have gone back to the caveman days. But before I talk about my Grindr days, I need to establish the timeline. So this is the timeline. We are here today, which is almost a year after I came out. So this, we call this 1CO, 1 year after coming out. If we go back a few years, you get to when I just left my ex and decided to rediscover myself. That was 2015, October, before October 2015. That was 4 years before I came out. So that is 4 BCO. Yeah, get that? After I came out, I moved to London and I was in London from 2016 and I started going out with my first ever boyfriend just before I moved to London. And I was with my boyfriend for a year plus maybe. That brought us to 2017, which is 1 year before I came out. And that was when I discovered what the app Grindr was. Now that I've mentioned my first ever gay boyfriend, I will be doing a video where I talk about that experience as well. But today, let's focus on the era or the year I was on this famous gay app. So when I moved to London, I was confused and lost in every way possible, in every aspect of my life. I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. It was the darkest days in my life. I started having problems with my current boyfriend at the time because it was a long distance relationship and I tried so many ways to get him to move over to live with me, but it just didn't work out. So at that period, I was lost, I was confused, and I was very, very depressed. In that same period, I was struggling and almost went bankrupt trying to set up my company selling my new design shaker bottles. Can you tell blue is my favorite color now? Everything is blue in my life. So it was very difficult. My company was going bankrupt. I was almost going bankrupt. My relationship with my boyfriend was pretty much lost at that period. You know, nothing was working out for me. My modeling career, because when I moved to London, I went into modeling full time, and initially it was very good. I had lots of jobs. I did a lot of extra jobs. I did a lot of TV and everything, and it was going really well. But you know, back in 2017, everything just seemed to be failing, and I was so depressed. I was so much in a dark place, and I just needed an escape. So I discovered this app, and a lot of people will be saying, how come you don't know about this app that's been there for ages? If you've watched my stories, I grew up in a very religious family. I didn't know what was going on around me in the world, literally. The only gay app or anything close to gay app I knew was Kick, you know, and when you go on Kick, everyone there is pretty much in the US, you know, so there was nothing there to meet, you know. So I discovered this app and I got lost in it. I'm talking about Grindr. I can't deny that I was carried away by this app, you know. I was feeling insignificant and lost and like a nobody, and suddenly there was an app where, you know, everyone could bow to your needs just by you flashing your privates or, you know, showing a bit of body or showing abs. You know, I was lost, I was carried away, and quickly became an escape. Most of my conversations on Grindr was like, I pick, sexy, thanks, want to meet, sure. Oh, that was quick. Dude, you're not even the same skin color. Unless you can explain to me how you managed to get tanned all of a sudden. Thank you. Next. Can you believe that? But seriously though, you know, I got lost in that app. I'm not proud of the amount of body count, and please do not ask me how many, but it was seriously beginning to be a big issue. You know, sometimes I will have 2 appointments in one day, one in the morning and one at night. It was getting a bit out of hand. The more I met different people, different guys, the more I felt shallow and empty. You know, I tried to go back to reality, to go back to trying to fix my situation with my company, with my job, with my career, with my modeling, and it wasn't working out. So I kind of just fall back into downloading the app again after deleting it for 1 million times, and the circle just keeps going on and on. One thing I can take from the experience though was that it really helped me to get comfortable with my sexuality. You know, I've never kissed a guy before, although, you know, I've played about with guys before, but I've never done anything that intimate with guys before, and I always felt bad if I did anything because of my religious background. But the experience I had on Grindr really took that off me. You know, I became more comfortable with meeting guys. You know, I was very, very inexperienced when I started, and sorry for the first few people I met because it was a disaster and I injured a few people, and I got blocked a few times as well on the app by different people after I've met them. And later on, when they came back online somewhere or downloaded the app again after deleting it, I spoke to them and they told me why. Some of them told me that I was way too rough and inexperienced and that they were not ever going to try taking it again. Some of them said that, you know, I was just way too big. So it was good to go through that period because it really helped me to learn more about myself, learn about even sex. You know, I learned a lot. I guess I was like my mate, you know, you either like it or you hate it. There's no in betweens. With all the guys I was meeting, I always used protection because I was scared as hell what would happen if I didn't. I never kissed anyone because, again, I didn't feel like it. I just didn't want to do it. My rules was I do not kiss, I don't give DJs. You come and you get used and you go, and that was it. What really got me thinking was the amount of people that didn't want to speak to me again after our appointment. However, when their head in between their legs start to do the thinking for them again, they unblock me and they start speaking to me again. I got really upset with one of the guys and I asked him, "Do you even know my name?" And his reply was, "What about Hookup? Don't you understand?" And I was like, ouch, okay. So people just want me for my body and nothing else. And that was a wake-up call, really, because I was really upset. You know, I know I go to the gym a lot and I know I try my best to look good for my modeling career, but I always like it when people think of me not just because of my physical body. I know my face is nothing, so I'm talking about my body. So when people always focus on just my body and nothing else, that really gets me, you know, upset. So like my sister Whitney was saying, I started looking for higher love. Bring me a higher
What's he doing?
love.
Do that, but then they rolled him over to his day.
So I'm not gonna do that again. So I decided I'm going to change my profile and I'm just going to go on dates. Did that work? Not really. Guys will go on few dates with me, and as soon as they get what they're looking for, as soon as they get some, they move on and they stop replying. So I had a period where I was going on dates with a guy for a month, 2 months, maximum 3 months, and that is the end of it. I decided that I'm not going to count those as relationships because they were very focused on one long thing, and once they got that, that was it. So I'm not going to count them as relationships because it wasn't. They were not interested in me. They were just interested in something else. But then comes June 2018 and I was really down. I was really in a dark place. I began speaking with someone that surprisingly I met on Grindr, and we became friends. So we started speaking on Instagram and Snapchat. No sex involved. And he told me, "Why are you looking just within your local area? Spread your wings, look elsewhere." And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that. So I changed my settings in a way that, you know, I was only scrolling down to people that were miles and miles away. So miles and miles away. And that instant, I think that same day I did that, the second day, I met this gorgeous, good looking guy. And my heart just, so just, yeah, I was going gagas for him. And I stalked his Instagram, I followed him on Instagram. His account was private, so I requested to be his friend, to follow him. I sent him hundreds of messages on Grindr. I was going crazy. I was like, is this person real? Is this person for real? And we started speaking. He replied finally, and he was like, "Oh, I was at work." I'm like, "Oh dear, thank goodness he didn't block me." So anyway, we started speaking, and he instantly came across as someone different from everyone else. He was the first person that did not ask for any nudes. He wasn't interested, he didn't want to know, he didn't even ask or suggest. He was the first person that was eager to come off Grindr and for us to have phone calls. He followed me on Instagram, and suddenly we started speaking. And when we were speaking on the phone, it was not just talking about your body or your sex or how you look or whatever. It was meaningful, proper conversation finally someone that was interested to know me as an individual and as a person, and that was so much better. So I can't really explain how I felt, but I just felt like a human being again, and like finally I have been seen, as someone, as a person that has anything interesting to say. We went on our first date, and surprisingly there was no sex involved. We spent the time talking away and getting to know each other, and it was beautiful. So I then said to him that, you know what, to be honest with you, I had a few people that I was going to see the next weekend and the week after and the week after that I've already planned to see this amount of people, and that I was going to go do that. And he was like, do you know these people? Why do you want to go see them? Why don't you come to mine instead? I'm like, okay, you invite me to come to yours again for a second time, that must mean that I'm doing something right this time. And I cancelled all these other people appointments or dates, I don't know what to call them this time around, that I was planning to meet. Some of them just replied fine, bye. One of them took it really badly and was like, I've been waiting to meet you all this while, I can't believe you're doing this, blah 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 blah, you've gone to meet someone else. Like, dude, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, it's not my fault. Actually, I didn't think he was really into me because I felt like I was pushing myself onto him a bit too much, but apparently he had this big imagination and big vision and big future plans for us or whatever, I'm not too sure. And he got really upset, and I was like, maybe we didn't communicate properly, because I felt I was coming on a bit too strong and that you were not interested. But if you're interested, you didn't communicate that to me, so it's not really my fault. So he blocked me like everyone else does when they are not getting what they want. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I went on the second date with this other guy, which by now you know is now my current boyfriend. We've been going out since June 2018 and we're still together, we're living together. I don't know why my hands are flying about. Anyway, yeah, so we started going out and it was amazing. We decided, you know what, let's come off Grindr. So we deleted Grindr and we decided to be exclusive. After a few weeks or months, well, weeks of being exclusive, we decided to be official, to be going out, and that ended my Grindr days. Looking back, like I said, I'm not regretting going through that experience, and I'm not going to tell you my body count, but there were a lot. So I think it actually helped me to get prepared and get the experience I needed for my current relationship, because I think if I had gone into this relationship with no experience and nothing at all, then I think it might have posed a bit of a problem. But yeah, so I think in one way it kind of helped me a bit to really know what was going on in the gay community, to know, what other people do. But yeah, that was my Grindr days. I'd like to hear your own stories using different gay apps. I have lots of stories that I'm still a bit too conservative to express. Sorry, mom. But maybe one day I'll tell you some more stories and some more experiences of my meetups and stuff like that. But now I want to hear yours. Tell me your story and let's share some stories together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.